Looks like we're
Pinnacle.
just gonna do the same exact thing from both players. Just open up a Mech Mage mirror again.
Seems like both of these players have got to figure it out, and now it's Muzzy with the one drop. Frid is holding
Yeah,
Sky Golem's not gonna do too much work at the early game. And wow, that is a bad hand.
yeah, it's not a very good hand from Frid. Cogmaster is okay if your opponent doesn't have one drop when you have the coin. Otherwise, you don't really want it because if they have a one drop, then they're able to just kind of kill it for free. But since Frid doesn't have a one drop, it makes Muzzy's Cogmaster really good. Now he's able to
Actually,
deal
Science,
aggression.
actually the Frostbolt draw is gonna actually save him, right? So now we can trade the Cogmaster off and Frostbolt, and now you have the initiative with the Mirror Entity.
Yeah, if Muzzy happens to go face here, yeah, he goes face, not playing around Frostbolt at all.
Well, I
That's
mean,
a misplay for sure.
why? Because,
You don't want to surrender initiative like this. Like,
yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. I don't like. I
I
mean,
guess
that's three
in a
damage
lot
is
of mirrors, especially the Mech Mage, it's all about board, right?
yeah,
So,
definitely all about board. I mean, I guess that since there's no entity, you're still fine, but yeah, questionable. But Frid's draw double fireball and the second frostbolt. He's drawn
oh,
every single burn spell in his top 6 or 7 cards. That is not a good draw. Um,
so actually, maybe just fireballing the Spirit Tank is better than Frostbolt, right? It costs cheaper.
Looks
No.
like he's gonna frostbolt it and set up his entity
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
just play down the mech warper.
That makes way more sense actually. But now
Yeah, we're gonna see
we
the
have the
Clockwork Gnome coin
Clockwork.
Blast Mage.
Yeah, that's a pretty good counter to Mirror Entity.
Yeah, definitely. The Clockwork Gnome gonna do a lot of work here, and I'd be surprised if we don't see the Blast Mage come down. Like, you could do Frostbolt coin ping to try and clear your opponent's board completely, but more fan of just Blast Mage take the stronger play.
All right, here we
There's a
go. 4 damage on the 4 health board.
yeah, there's a chance it could clear the board, but nope, not gonna clear it.
Oh, just one missed.
Yeah, one missed.
Now he's gonna taste the fury of
Blast.
the Blast Mage.
Yeah, he needs to try and hit the Clockwork Gnome for 1 and the Blast Mage for 2 to be
Well,
able to
it's
clear.
happening. Oh my god.
Wow, perfect Blast Mage RNG there, so he's able to get
Oh,
it. He's either got Drake or Frostbolt Ping.
well, lucky for him, Frid doesn't really have too much of a turn on turn 6.
I wouldn't
I mean,
mind him seeing Drake there. Both plays seemed decent.
well, I mean, if he Drake there, then Frid actually had a turn.
Yeah, Frid could have fireballed it.
Yeah,
So
this turn
maybe he's
seems.
picking up on the fact that Frid probably has a fireball in his hand.
Yeah, especially a confirmation now with the Mad Scientist plus the Clockwork Gnome. It's such a weak turn.
Yeah, you gotta assume it's either 7 drops or a fireball in his hand, and he's holding 2 of them. You know they're not Frostbolts. Maybe you could think that one's a mirror entity. But, yeah, definitely slower cards there.
Oh, it's gonna take the Frostbolt immediately. And play the Tinkertown to set up for Dr. Boom.
Yeah, he really wants to be able to get his Dr. Boom out next turn, and he thought there was a percent chance that maybe Frid had a mirror entity because of how weak his turns were, and he's holding those 2 cards. And now he's going to see that it's not a 7 drop, so he's going to know for sure 1 has to be Fireball. So Frid's got a Fireball in his hand, and a spare part, and a mystery card in the mind of Muzzy.
No, the attack spare part is pretty useless.
So we're going to see Dr. Boom come down. Yeah, no freeze spare part from Frid. If one of those spare parts was freeze spare part, he'd probably be pretty happy about it.
Nope, so that's why you just at the Fireball ping here. Probably squeezing their shot, might not. And go to the Dome for 6.
Yeah, 6 to Dome's not bad, but having a Fireball Dr. Boom is never what you want to do. It's
Yeah,
just so much damage used up.
yeah, if Muzzy draws an Antonitis now, that would be pretty insane.
Yeah, it's usually throwing away your win condition when you have to Fireball a Dr. Boom.
Alright, Muzzy's Boombots are usually pretty good. That's not one
Ooh,
of those.
a whiff.
Oh.
At this point, do you maybe hero power it off to try and make sure your Boombot hits the other guy for value?
Oh, that one worked.
That one worked out well. And now he's going to ping it off and develop Azure Drake.
To do.
So draws first, gets a fireball.
And now Frid is very behind. He needs a big drop right now. And
Ooh, Cogmaster is not a big drop. He's going to have to maybe use a fireball on this Drake.
fireball
Something
him.
he doesn't want to do.
That is
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. He's
Ouch.
out of burn spells completely. So if Muzzy knows this now, and if he can ever get a position where his Antonitis can stick on board, he's going to take it for sure, because that means Frid's not going to be able to deal with it. He has no burn spells left to possibly be able to deal with it.
Yeah. Frid needs to
pretty
find a big card. Dr. Broom, Antonitis, even Sky Golem. He put in Sky Golem just for this situation. And no.
Yeah, and he has a Sylvanas in there too, so there's like 4.
Oh yeah,
he's
there's the
looking for.
one. So many big draws from Frid's deck, but it's not paying off right now.
Yeah.
It's good to get out the Nurtron.
There's
Oh!
Antonitis from Muzzy. Muzzy getting both of his big drops again in this matchup. And that's sort of
Again.
what happens in the Mech Mage Mirror. Like, both players have very aggressive decks, and the aggression meets head-on, and it starts to end up slowing the match down really, really slow, and then the entities come out, which slows it down more, and then it turns into a really grindy matchup, and then usually whoever draws the 7 drops first wins. And Muzzy has been able to draw both 7 drops first both times. So, fortunate for him.
Well played.
Yeah, Frid is definitely not happy to see that. He's face palming and just gonna quit it. And hey, this is kind of like the repeat of the first one. Muzzy's
Yeah.
gonna grab the Mech Mage game.
It's exactly repeat. Like, even Frid had a better hand this time. Or, Frid had a really bad hand this time, though. Like, the double fireball, double frostbolt, like, out of the gate building screen.
Yeah, exactly here. But I mean, you still wanna believe that there are some plays you can do to you know, make it so that you can maneuver around a bad matchup for it to be, you know, a bit better. You want to have like different strategies.
You can make it a bit better, but you can only make it so good. Innervate Ragnaros can make it good.
That's
You
one of the
see,
plays.
not the same caliber of starting hand from Frid as before, but still not a bad starting hand with that Mech Warper pickup.
Yeah, Mech Warper into a Neurotron Frostbolt seems to be a thing. But
Yeah. You gotta be afraid of Deadly Poison, you gotta be afraid of Backstab, you gotta be afraid of a lot of stuff. So let's see how risky he's feeling with this Mech Warper, or if he wants to try and hold on to it for more value. And he's
nice.
gonna...
Hold on to it.
So we're probably just gonna see a dagger pop off the bubble here. Not much else to do.
Holding the dagger. There's not really a point to holding it now, is it?
Well, I think he wants to Deadly Poison Coin SI next turn, I guess, but he's still got to get through, waste a Deadly Charge on the bubble then.
Right.
Maybe he's trying to bluff Van Cleef, or in case he draws Van Cleef, then he gets it.
Huh.
But, yeah, I'm not sure about the dagger hold. Maybe he wants to set up a fan.
Yeah, this
Play
is
the
a good
game a
fight.
little bit slower. It happens to set up a really good fan, so that's not bad. But not getting your drops established is pretty slow. Or maybe he just really wanted to save... Yeah, I'm not sure.
I wonder.
Kind of questionable. See what
Well,
he
you
ends up
definitely
doing
found
with
here.
it.
It's really, really sweet, right?
It's good, but not developing minions is really bad. It allows your opponent to have free turns. We know that Frid doesn't have any minions in his hands, but Muzzy's got to definitely be afraid of this Mech Warper allowing him to play possibly 2 minions this coming turn. And with no flurry in your hand, that's something that's a real concern.
You can, Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. So
There
you
goes
go
the
with-
fan. And there's the
there's the
flurry.
flurry.
That's...
You
He's
feel
got to
much
be
better.
really excited about that draw. He has Deadly Poison SI next turn if Frid doesn't commit anymore, and if Frid commits a lot, then he has just Deadly Flurry to clean sweep the board. But Frid doesn't even have anything to commit, so it looks like it's just going to be a ping face turn. Really slow from Frid. That's unfortunate for him.
What to do?
Do you just launch a fireball?
Launch your fireball.
Yeah,
That
it's only
is-
in one direction.
You
Launch.
miss 1 damage by doing that because you don't get to do the ping. Ooh, he's going to go with the Frostbolt face. This gets to squeeze in the ping, so it's better than launching the fireball, and also disables Muzzy from using the Deadly Charge to clean off one of these Annoyatrons.
That's true, but Deadly Poison SI is a very, very strong turn 4 here.
Yeah, he might be thinking he doesn't even need to clear the Mech Warper because Frid didn't have any minions last turn. Maybe he won't have any this turn, so maybe it's safe to develop Shredder. But no, he's gonna get rid of that Mech Warper, which I like. I like getting rid of it. There's so many things you could top deck that could be able to be played with that Mech Warper.
And Shredder gonna pop out here. 2
Not
more
a
damage to the
bad
face.
Yeah, that Frostbolt egg allowed Frid to get an extra damage. Are we gonna see maybe a flurry this turn? Or are we
Seems
gonna
like it.
see... We could see also Azure Drake backstab.
So many.
Not a bad one. Hold off on the flurry.
Backstab,
but
fan, and flurry? Oh no, you don't need to do that. You just need flurry first.
Yeah, you could just
Because
flurry
usually,
and then backstab.
right, a 3-2 comes out usually. Oh, even better.
That's good for him. Now he's able to coin Shredder
Yeah.
and just trade with the SI.
Hey, it doesn't even need to use any removal spells for that.
It's a big board setup. Unfortunately, Muzzy has no set for the piloted Sky Golem, so it's very fortunate for Frid.
Yeah, it's pretty much a Karen
Karen
at this point. But the funny enough thing is, like, the pilot Shredder actually kills the pilot Sky Golem in 1 hit.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna see Eviscerate come down though. And
What's this card? Is it Pit Lord? Is it War Elemental?
jeez,
Oh.
that is not good for Frid.
That's one of
Muzzy's
the-
got to be happy about that. The RNG off that is really bad. There's not much worse you could get besides maybe Summoning Portal.
Yeah, Summoning Portal is probably the worst. That's a shame.
Now, as Frid, what do you do here? I guess you just
Oh, you
Blast
just
Mage
have to blast it.
and just hope that something dies off this Blast Mage. Maybe
Yep.
Doomsay would
And-
be terrible.
No.
Nothing dies. I mean, I don't think anything's expected to die there. The
Oh.
odds. Yeah, Azure Drake is definitely going to come down into play here. I was going to trade with the Shredder first, just to see what would come out. And Azure Drake Backstab's going to be able to clean that off.
Frid might be blasting off at the speed of light soon.
Oh.
Yeah. Lethal is looking like it's creeping up next turn too.
Yeah. Definitely
Oh,
with
that's
the
not what you
oil.
want to see. Yeah, pretty bad draws from Frid actually, from the Mage. He has to burn a fireball on the Drake once again. That didn't really work out last time. When you had to fireball a Drake.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got Sap for Antonitis now too. And Sprint, he's gonna have all the cards for everything.
Yeah, here's a Eviscerate if you want to use that. Oh, here's a Violet Teacher if you want to use that.
Yeah, I think getting the oil damage. Can he set up lethal if he gets the oil damage in now? I think that's a question he should be asking himself. Because just setting up lethal is always important to just make sure you can't get cheesed out by anything.
Well, I mean, your opponent already used 2 fireballs. I don't think they can get cheesed out too much.
Yeah, he could have set up lethal with the oil though.
So many options.
But yeah, this is a setup too.
Yeah, this sets up lethal as well. So this is even better. You got a bigger board.
Spider
You just
Tank's
have
not
so
gonna
much
do it.
damage. And that's gonna be the game.
That's gonna be the game.
Played.
Well played indeed. Now Frid is an uphill battle. 3 games in a row to become the Pinnacle
Yeah.
champion. Well, Muzzy just needs to win 1, and that's the Druid.
The Druid's the trickiest one for him to win.
That's
See
right.
if Frid tries and takes the Mech Mage victory and the Aggro Paladin victory before going into the Druid Mirror. Or if he tries the most able to take this one, he's going to mulligan away Druid of the Claw. It's interesting. How do you feel about mulligan away Druid of the Claw there?
Well, I mean, I think what he's thinking is if he wild growths into turn 4, then he can't really play a 5, right? He wants to play a 6 instead, and now I guess he has a 6.
Yeah, so it worked out really good for him. It's just always scary because sometimes you don't get any minion back.
That's true. The swipe kind of was scary, but now he's going to have the Emperor innervated out.
Yeah, that's going to be extremely powerful. Frid doesn't have a bad hand either, though. He's going to be able to put a lot of pressure here with the Cogmaster, dealing 3 damage turn.
Right? But man, look at that.
Emperor coming out, making 1 mana Wrath, 4 mana Druid of the Claw, and a 3 mana Swipe. Very powerful.
Not to mention it's a 5/5 body as well.
Yeah, super strong. entity, not the greatest draw for Frid at the moment. And he has to kill this, right? Otherwise the cards keep getting cheaper and cheaper.
Right.
So that's unfortunate for him. He's got to waste his whole turn dealing with this.
Yeah. Well, the fortunate thing is he gets to keep his Cogmaster around. Just keep applying the pressure. 3 damage per turn is
He gets to
very
keep his...
significant. Oh wow, Zombie Chow is a very good draw actually for the mirror entity that's gonna come down.
Yeah, hold on to that for Mirror Entity for sure. He's going to have Druid of the Claw Wrath this turn to basically just clean up the whole board. Yeah, and then this Druid of the Claw can only really be killed by Fireball. And if it's killed by Fireball, then Frid is only pushing 1 damage that turn. So it's really awkward for him. But he gets the Fireball.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of the best plays right now. I mean, pushing the damage is negligible, but getting rid of the Druid of the Claw is really, really good. Now, Muzzy needs to top deck something, otherwise his turn is dead. Yeah. Oh! Not quite.
Oh, he's going to play the Zombie Chow.
Oh, man!
That might come back to bite him.
Now, the Mirror Entity is going to be so huge.
Yeah, the Mirror Entity is going to be crazy strong now that that Zombie Chow's been played. Like, it doesn't even do that much on the board. I think you could afford to save it until... Like, you could afford to do nothing that turn, because playing Zombie Chow is basically the same thing as doing nothing, right?
Right,
The 2/3 body is very, very weak this late in the game.
Oh, Frid's not going to do it.
Yeah. Well, he's just going to take the strongest play for the turn. And Dr. Boom is going to be able to come down now. Or Swipe Keep with the Grove, both of which are very solid plays. Personally, it's turn 7, Dr. Boom time.
Yeah, wasn't not really happy to see that one.
Yeah, that is a strong one. Now, what can Frid even do? He's already used the Fireball. He's drawn another entity, kind of just taunting him there. The deck's just like, you should have played this one. But how can you even know? Like, you see your opponent take a weak turn, can you really assume that they have the powerful 7-drop to play? It could be so many different things.
All these moves seems kind of bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Story of your life. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess Mech Warper Shredder. He's gonna kill a Boombot first and just sort of pray.
No.
Wow. Yeah. That's not good.
Muzzy's Boombots, man.
The Boombot just killed a 5-drop. That's disgusting. Yeah. So...
No, it's not that.
Muzzy's gonna probably have to cycle the Wrath for 1 to try and find something to play. I guess he can wait to do that next turn, just keep her this turn. Yeah, like that.
Lots of pressure going to Frid's face.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see how Frid can recover from this.
Shredder's not really gonna do it. I guess the strongest play is Pilot's... maybe Shredder Mirror, but you can't really even kill the Dr. Boom by then.
Yeah, Dr. Boom's just gonna kill you. I guess I would just go with... I mean, Shredder can get Doomsayer, I guess? Like...
What? You don't even... He's not gonna even trade for it. He's just gonna go face.
I mean, you'd have to trade for it, but...
Yeah, but then Doomsayer doesn't activate.
Well,
yeah, but... What is your line?
Oh! That's the end, guys. And Muzzy from Team Hearthlytics is gonna be your Pinnacle 4 Grand Champion, taking on the $2,500 prize.